I'll go ahead and call the Chickasha City Council meeting to order. I need a roll call, please.
Boyd. Nelson.
Here.
Ginn. Here. Ebelthwaite. Here. Grayson.
Here.
Gertis.
Here.
And here.
Mosley.
Here. We'll start off by being led in prayer by Oscar Nelson and pledged by Kia Ginn.
Please bow. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for the beautiful weather that you provided, the rains that you provided, Lord. And Lord, just be with us as we go through the city's business this evening. Allow us to do everything that would benefit the whole community, Lord, and all the citizens there. Watch over our first responders, our police, our fire, and all of our city employees, Lord. Just keep them healthy. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. I'd like to start off with citizen comments, and there's a 3-minute time limit on those. The first one I have is Stephen Olson.
That's Stefan, but I'll forgive you.
Stephen, yeah, I know you. All right.
Mayor and council member, I appreciate the time I know you have weighty things to consider and so forth, but I have a concern. I've had it for a while. And I think the best way to handle it is to make you aware of what is bothering me about living here in Chickasha. I would like to know what, if anything, is being planned to deal with the growing number of dogs running rampant in the street. When my wife and I bought our current address 15 years ago, we had one neighbor, an elderly couple that insisted on letting the dog loose 2 or 3 times a day to do its business. We had another neighbor a street or so over whose dog was tied up all day long and barked constantly so that the whole neighborhood benefited. We didn't mind too much because we have 2 dogs ourselves. But occasionally we would take them for a walk, and there was no problem. You know, sometimes we'd go past someone's house and their dog would start barking at ours and quiet down as soon as we passed on by. All that changed, I think, with the COVID lockdown. Due to the fact that we were all under such restrictions, a lot of people began just letting the dogs out to do their business and wait till the dog came back to let them in. And my wife and I continued taking daily walks. Sometimes we would take our dogs with us. And this got to be more and more of a difficulty because other dogs would get very aggressive. In fact, we had one occurrence where a little, what I call ankle nipper, you know, one of those delightful little dogs that likes to bite your ankles because they have to prove how tough they are. He decided to come out and attack our dog. Now, our dog is a Norwegian elk hound, about knee-high. He's not an aggressive dog, and he didn't retaliate, but I was put in a difficult position of trying to keep these 2 dogs separate. Well, this little ankle nipper is biting at my dog and me. Fortunately, the owner came out and corralled the dog and said, "Oh, I was just getting ready to put a leash on her." I said, "No, you put the leash on before you open the door." But, so we have stopped taking our dogs for a walk. They're confined to our yard, which fortunately is large enough that they can roam around. But the problem has become worse and worse because it seems like the neighborhood is getting overrun. We've called animal control a couple of times because there's a couple of pit bulls running in our area. They seem to think that they own the territory. They will stand right outside of our enclosed backyard and torment our dogs and just keep everything going. And the other night, I took a walk which lasted about 30 minutes. During that time, I encountered a total of 8 dogs. 2 of them were a little ankle nipper size. Most of them were larger, various sizes. And one of them, I crossed paths with a woman who was
The
walking.
3 minutes is up, sir.
She was on her way home.
Okay,
She had a pit bull, and I told her, I said,
okay,
"You realize it's a leash dog?" She said, "Well, he's too hard for me to handle."
I understand.
Now, my question to you is anything being done? And if so, what is it? And if there's nothing to be done, what do you suggest I do to protect myself from an aggressive dog?
Okay. All right, thank you, sir. I have Michelle Blunt.
So my concern is, and I followed the policies, this has to do with an unsafe thing. I've seen open standing refrigerators out in the neighborhoods. I called the police department, and at the time I was told, well, this is a city code enforcement thing. I understand policy, but code enforcement's not available 24/7. I saw this on a Friday night. It took 5 days before they actually did something about it. My concern is a small child can get into a refrigerator. They cannot open that up. They will be dead. I totally get policies and procedures, but I think that the city does need to reevaluate their policy and procedure on how to handle a refrigerator that is left open or left outside when someone calls it in. I had an issue with someone did go out and close up one refrigerator, but the homeowner decided to remove the duct tape. When I talked to Rachel, she said, well, we can't go onto someone's property and just remove it. Again, I understand policies and procedures, but at some point in time, policies and procedure has to, the life of someone has to go above policy and procedure. And that's all I'm asking, is that you review the policies and procedures on how to handle when a situation like that, because unfortunately, a child could die if they're caught into a refrigerator. That's
I see. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tori Wise. Good evening.
Recently, the Chickasha Industrial Authority held a special meeting. Now, the meetings are always called special, but this one was even a special time. On their agenda was spending at least $45,000 on either a contractor or a consultant, or maybe a combination of both, to help create another TIF district and some other stuff, I think. But the TIF district, that caught my eye. We don't need another TIF district. The citizens have given the CIA 2 different tools to use for economic development. One of them is called an economic development sales tax. There's still around $1 million in that account. Use that for your economic development. Don't use the retail taxes destined for the general fund, because I know the general fund's just not overflowing right now. It may be doing better, but we shouldn't be robbing from it. Your other tool is the Chickasha Industrial Authority's 8% hotel motel tax, which gives them about $600,000 to $700,000 a year to spend on economic development and tourism. Use that. This is going to come up again. They didn't vote on it, but it'll come up again. Maybe next Tuesday in their meeting, I don't know. But some of you can stop it. You need to tell them to stop it and use what we've given them, what the citizens voted to give them on economic development, and leave monies destined for the general fund alone. Thanks.
Thank you, Tori.
I have Jerry Reed. Now, is this concerning your item right here in your, if you want to wait till then, you can speak directly on that if you want to. Okay. All right, we'll go ahead and move on to item 3, council communications. And one thing I want to point out is the city of Chickasha was recognized by the State Board of Regents for Regents Business Partnership Excellence Award. We went to UCO and picked this up. It's for our several things we're doing with USAO and how we're working on focusing on job ready, or I guess graduate ready jobs. At that point, so when they have some training while they're still at school at USAO. So this is our 3rd time to have that. So pretty excited that the community was recognized for that. I covered that pretty good, I guess. Anybody else? All right, moving on to item 4, consent docket.
Move to accept the consent docket as presented.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Nelson,
Yes.
Ginn,
Yes.
Ebblethwaite,
Yes.
Grayson,
Yes.
Gertis,
Yes.
Mosley.
Yes. Item 6A, I'd like to open a public hearing to discuss and consider the rezoning request for 402 West Almore for applicants Walter G. Snedeker and Gina L. Snedeker. I have 6:45. I have 6:46. Go ahead and close the public hearing. Move on to 6B. Discussion, consideration, and possible action to approve ordinance 2023-17, rezoning request for 402 West Elmore Drive for applicants Walter G. Snedeker and Gina L. Snedeker.
I'll move that we approve ordinance 2023-17 as presented.
Second.
Any discussion?
This is right east of where you're currently located, correct?
It's just to the east, Oscar, yes, sir. Very big parking to the east.
Where is it in relation to that little creek?
I'm sorry.
Where is it in relation to the little creek or the little drainage ditch?
Well, the drainage, I have 3 ditch ponds on my current property, whatever.
Yeah,
So this property is just to the east, so. the
east of
water
that.
Kind of very similar to this baseball.
Okay, all right. That's what I thought, but it was hard to tell by the drawings in here. Okay.
Anybody else? Roll call.
Ginn,
Yes.
Ebblethwaite,
Yes.
Grayson,
Yes.
Gertis,
Yes.
Nelson,
Yes.
Mosley.
Yes. Item 6C, public hearing to discuss and consider the use on review request for RV park at 402 West Almore Drive for applicants Walter G. Snedeker and Gina L. Snedeker. I have 6:47. It's so awkward at this time. I have 6:48. Go ahead and close the public hearing. Six D, discussion, consideration, and possible action to approve ordinance 2023-18, request for a use and review permit for an RV park at 402 West Elmore Drive for applicant Walter G. Snedeker and Gina L. Snedeker.
I move that we approve ordinance 2023-18 as presented.
Second.
Hey, Glenn, I was looking online at the pictures last night. Do you enter off the regular entrance, or does it be a separate entrance into,
No, we'll come in on the existing entrance.
on the main entrance?
Yes.
Okay. That's all I had. Thank you. Anybody else? All right. Roll call?
Ebelthwaite,
Yes.
Grayson,
Yes.
Gertis.
Yes.
Nelson,
Yes.
Ginn,
Yes.
Mosley.
Yes. Item 6E, a public hearing to discuss and consider a special use permit for a manufactured home located at 2920 South Norge Road for applicant Jerry Reed and Glenna Laird. I have 6:49 PM. Yeah, Jerry, you want to speak at that time? All right, there you go. Sure can. Yeah, if you've done it earlier, you lived to 3 minutes, and so here you got a little more time.
This is the current mobile home that he has.
Okay.
Thanks, sir.
I have a few.
That's, we're good.
I would think we're good.
And this is, they lived there 5 years, my son and his wife. They work here in town. They found a solitaire that's nicer. And like many of us, they would like a newer home, but this is affordable right now for them. And it will be an upgrade.
Okay.
Get your lid.
All right.
We also have 78 acres around the area that's surrounded, so
How many acres?
78 all the
Okay.
way. Makes it about a hermetic suite.
Thank you.
Okay.
So you own the 78 acres around them?
My mother-in-law, Glenna Laird, does.
Okay.
We also have a church, Gateway to Hope.
Okay.
I'm reading this right. It was issued.
So it will be an upgrade.
So, I mean, those aren't issued. Is that the issue here?
Yeah, they had to issue this one. I guess this was, it was a 2018, the first one was issued,
17, I believe.
17?
Yeah. It may have been 18.
2018?
Okay.
So technically, if you had to, you could also deed just a few more acres. I mean, technically, you could deed a few more acres to get it to the 3 acre.
Right. I think that we would be creating a hardship since we
Well,
the
I
city had
know,
already.
but that's what I'm saying. It's kind of splitting hairs.
Yeah, it's little, I just wanted it to be a clear part of public record because the 2018 one, that's not noted anywhere, and I think it was just an accident.
Yeah.
It's easy to miss that that's not 3 acres because it's adjoining their larger property, but I just wanted to be clear for the ordinance purpose that this would technically be a special use on review because this is not on, this
3
parcel's not
acres.
3 acres.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions for him?
Any concerns?
Thank you.
Questions for me or concerns or?
No?
They are, you know, my son works at Teague's, my daughter-in-law, she works here in town. They go to Grand Avenue. They don't cause trouble. You can drive by there. They keep the grass mowed. They just want to upgrade.
Yep.
And it's affordable for them.
I understand.
Anything else for me?
No, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I have 6:52. We'll close the hearing. Move on to 6F, discussion, consideration, and possible action to approve ordinance 2023-19, special use permit for a manufactured home located at 2920 South Norge Road for applicants Jerry Reed and Glenna Laird.
Make a motion to approve ordinance 2023-19 as presented.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call?
Grayson,
Yes.
Gertis,
Yes.
Nelson,
Yes.
Ginn,
Yes.
Ebelthwaite,
Yes.
Mosley.
Yes. Item 6G, discussion, consideration, and possible action to approve the plat correction to Shadow Valley Phase 2 plat.
I move to approve the plat correction to the Shadow Valley Phase 2 plat.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call?
Gertis,
Yes.
Nelson,
Yes.
Ginn,
Yes.
Ebblethwaite,
Yes.
Grayson,
Yes.
Mosley.
Yes. Item 6H, discussion, consideration, and possible action to enter into a project maintenance, financing, and right-of-way agreement with the State of Oklahoma Department of Transportation for the construction of a trail at 9th Street and Ron Terry Drive, creating a loop around Shannon Springs with a total estimated cost of $1,801,355 and authorizing the expenditure of the city's portions of $360,271.
I move that we authorize the mayor to execute a project, maintenance, financing, and right-of-way agreement with the State of Oklahoma Department of Transportation for the construction of the trail at 9th Street and Ron Terry Drive, creating a loop around Shannon Springs with a total estimated cost of $1,801,355 and authorizing the expenditure of the city's portion of $360,271.
Second.
Discussion? Is this on that grant program? And for some reason, I had like 1.2 million in my head. I know originally we talked about 1.8, but I thought it was less than that.
Right, so their portion is like 1 point.
The difference?
4 or something.
Okay.
Yeah, and so that's probably the number you're thinking of.
Okay,
their portion.
it is.
Yep, so in total, that total dollar amount is the 1.8.
1.8.
So I think that 1.8 includes the 360.
Okay.
360,000.
And have they done, are they looking at just the existing trails, what they're doing?
So I put out feelers for like 4 different contractor groups, and I said first we wanted to redo all the existing trails in the park, and then second, address some of the erosion on the east and the west side, coming down into the pond area, and then third, a little bit of lighting if there's room enough in that budget still to address that. So that was kind of my punch list items right there. And if y'all approve this, we're gonna look at the designers here like next month, is how quick it's moving, so.
If that's the case, I mean, what projected time are you looking at having all this completed?
Right, that's a good question. I'm assuming it's gonna start next year, but it could be the end of this year still. I don't know. I don't know too much yet. They're just we're just still in the beginnings of it. So I'm assuming next year.
Yeah, I'd hate to be in the middle of it when 200,000 people show up.
Right. Yeah. No, I don't think they'll rip it all up before the festival right in the middle of that. Yeah, for sure. So.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Spencer.
Yeah. Thanks, Mayor.
Anybody else? Roll call.
Nelson,
Yes.
Ginn,
Yes.
Ebblethwaite,
Yes.
Grayson,
Yes.
Curtis,
Yes.
Mosley.
Yes. Item 6I, discussion, consideration, and possible action to authorize publication of public sale and public auction pursuant to Oklahoma Statute 64. It'd be Oklahoma Statute would be Section 1081 and 1082. Is that right? Okay. And for oil and gas mining lease for oil and gas development covering below property in Caddo County, an undivided 140 acres more or less in the northeast quarter section of Section 10, Township 8 North, Range 9 West, Caddo County, Oklahoma.
I move to authorize the publication of public sale and public auction pursuant to 64 Oklahoma State Statute 1081 and 1082 for oil and gas mining lease for oil and gas development covering the below property in Caddo County, an undivided 140 acres more or less in the northeast quarter of Section 10, Township 8, North, Range 9 West, Caddo County, Oklahoma.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Ginn,
Yes.
Ebblethwaite,
Yes.
Grayson,
Yes.
Curtis,
Yes.
Nelson, Mosley.
Yes. Item 6J, discussion, consideration, and possible action to authorize the publication of public sale and public auction pursuant to Oklahoma Statute 64, Section 1081 and 1082 for oil and gas mining lease for oil and gas development covering the below property in Caddo County. an undivided 300 acres, more or less, in the south half of the northeast quarter, the north half of the northwest quarter, the north half of the northeast quarter, the northeast quarter of the southeast quarter, the northeast quarter of the southeast quarter of the southeast quarter, the east half of the east half of the northwest quarter, southeast quarter, section 28, township 8 north, range 9 west, Cattle County, Oklahoma. Y'all gotta repeat that from memory.
I move that we authorize publication of public sale and public auction pursuant to 64 Oklahoma State Statute 1081 and 1082 for oil and gas mining lease for oil and gas development covering the below property in Caddo County. This is where I take a breath. An undivided 300 acres, more or less, in south half, northeast quarter, north half, northwest quarter, north half, northeast quarter, northeast quarter, southeast quarter, northeast quarter of southeast quarter, southeast quarter, east half of east half, northwest quarter, 4 southeast quarter, section 28, township 8 north, range 9 west, Caddo County, Oklahoma.
Second.
Any discussion?
Hey, these are the two that didn't get bid on last,
Right.
right? Okay.
I don't remember the description being this long.
They weren't last
Last
time,
time.
I don't think.
That's why they didn't bid on them.
Yeah. Roll call, please.
Hebblethwaite,
Yes.
Grayson,
Yes.
Gertis,
Yes.
Nelson,
Yes.
Ginn,
Yes.
Mosley.
Yes. Item 6K, discussion, consideration, and possible action to approve the payment of 2023 to 2024 service fees for Chickasha to the Oklahoma Municipal League in amount of $19,208.10.
I move to approve payment to the Oklahoma Municipal League in the amount of $19,208.10.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call?
Grayson,
Yes.
Gertis,
Yes.
Nelson,
Yes.
Ginn,
Yes.
Hebblethwaite,
Yes.
Mosley.
Yes. Item 6L, discussion, consideration, and possible action to approve a request for the annual Juneteenth celebration to be held in Ouachita Valley Park on June 16th and 17th of 2023, and waive all fees associated with the event.
I move to approve the request for the Juneteenth celebration to be held on June 16th, 17th, 2023 in the Ouachita Valley Park, including a parade, and waive all fees.
Second.
Any discussion? It's a big event. It's a good time to go.
They've been off a couple years, I think, from COVID, so this.
Yeah, I want to say 19 maybe the last time they had one. Yeah. All right. Roll call?
Gertis,
Yes.
Nelson,
Yes.
Ginn,
Yes.
Hebblethwaite,
Yes.
Grayson,
Yes.
Mosley.
Yes. Item 6M, discussion, consideration, and possible action to approve the request from the senior class sponsor to conduct the 2023 Senior Car Parade on May 15th, 2023 at 4:30 p.m.
I'll move that we approve the request to conduct the annual senior car parade on Monday, May 15th at 4:30 p.m., beginning at the high school and going east on Chickasha Avenue to First Street.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call?
Nelson,
Yes.
Ginn,
Yes.
Hebblethwaite,
Yes.
Grayson,
Yes.
Gertis,
Yes.
Mosley.
Yes. Item N, we're pulling for the next meeting, when they could be here to get a description. I'd like to go ahead and recess the Chickasha City Council meeting and reconvene after we do the municipal authority and the airport authority. So I need a roll call, please. Or I need a motion and a second to recess.
I move to recess.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Nelson,
Yes.
Ginn,
Yes.
Hebblethwaite,
Yes.
Grayson,
Yes.
Gertis,
Yes.
Mosley.
Yes. I'd like to call the order of the Chickasha Municipal Authority. I need a roll call, please.
Nelson,
Here.
Ginn,
Here.
Hebblethwaite,
Here.
Grayson,
Here.
Gertis,
Here.
Mosley.
Here. Item 2, consent docket.
Move that we approve consent docket as presented.
Any discussion?
Get a second.
We have a motion, we have a second?
Oh,
We said a
sorry.
motion.
Nobody seconded.
Sorry, I got too quick.
Who was a second?
I'll second.
All right, discussion? Roll call?
Ginn,
Yes.
Ebblethwaite,
Yes.
Grayson,
Yes.
Curtis,
Yes.
Nelson,
Yes.
Mosley.
Yes. Item 4A, discussion, consideration, and possible action to authorize staff to solicit bids for CMA 2302 water distribution improvements.
I move to authorize staff to solicit bids for CMA 2302 water distribution improvements.
Second.
Any discussion?
Is this coming from Fort Cobb to here, or is this, what is this on, or is this just for the bypass stuff? No, it's down south, right?
You're talking about the loop?
Yeah, it's this
Yeah,
loop
the
right
extension
here.
loop.
Okay, yeah, never mind. I remember reading it now.
We got part of it done. Roll call?
Ebblethwaite,
Yes.
Grayson,
Yes.
Curtis,
Yes.
Nelson,
Yes.
Ginn,
Yes.
Mosley.
Yes. Item 5, motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
Adjourn. I'd like to call to order the Chickasha Municipal Airport Authority. Roll call, please.
Nelson,
Here.
Ginn,
Here.
Ebblethwaite,
Here.
Grayson,
Here.
Curtis,
Here.
Mosley.
Here. Item 2, consent docket.
Move that we accept the consent docket as presented.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Nelson,
Yes.
Ginn,
Yes.
Ebblethwaite,
Yes.
Grayson,
Yes.
Curtis,
Yes.
Mosley.
Yes. Item 4A, discussion, consideration, and possible action to approve a grant with AV Services in amount not to exceed $3,300 for the 2023 Wings and Wheels event and authorize the mayor to execute the same.
Make a motion to approve a contract with AV Services in an amount not to exceed $3,300 for the 2023 Wings and Wheels event and authorize the mayor to execute the same.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call?
Ginn,
Yes.
Ebblethwaite,
Yes.
Grayson,
Yes.
Curtis,
Yes.
Nelson,
Yes.
Mosley.
Yes. Item 4B, discussion, consideration, and possible action to approve a contract with Jerry Hall an amount not to exceed $4,250 plus the cost of insurance premium for the 2023 Wings and Wheels event and authorize the mayor to execute the same.
Move that we approve a contract with Jeremy Hall in the amount not to exceed $4,250 plus the cost of insurance premium for the 2023 Wings and Wheels event and authorize the mayor to execute the same.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Ebblethwaite,
Yes.
Grayson,
Yes.
Curtis,
Yes.
Nelson,
Yes.
Ginn,
Yes.
Mosley.
Yes.
Hey, can we go back on that real quick?
Which one?
The one we just did.
The
In
B?
the- yeah,
Item B?
Our motion was for Jeremy Hall, but on his deal, it's Jeremy Holt. There it shows,
Holt.
H-O-L-T.
So which one is it?
It should be Holt.
Holt? So we need to redo the,
Last.
how we need to correct that? We can't say oopsie.
Go ahead and just move back to B, and you'll show whoever made the original motion.
Okay. So go
We
back.
just reissue it under Jeremy Holt.
Holt, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I move that we approve a contract with Jeremy Holt in the amount not to exceed $4,250 plus the cost of insurance premium for the 2023 Wings and Wheels event and authorize the mayor to execute the same.
Who seconded it?
I think I seconded it, I don't remember, but yeah.
All right, any discussion now? Roll call?
Nelson,
Yes.
Ginn,
Yes.
Ebblethwaite,
Yes.
Grayson,
Yes.
Curtis,
Yes.
Mosley.
Yes, good catch, Oscar. Item 4C, discussion, consideration, and possible action to authorize the upgrade, replacement of fuel pumps at the Chickasha Municipal Airport for amount not to exceed an amended amount of $55,000.
I move to authorize the upgrade/replacement of fuel pumps at the Chickasha Municipal Airport for an amount not to exceed an amended amount of $55,000.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call?
Grayson,
Yes.
Curtis,
Yes.
Nelson,
Yes.
Ginn,
Yes.
Ebblethwaite,
Yes.
Mosley.
Yes. Item 5, motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
To adjourn. I'd like to call the order, I'd like to reconvene the Chickasha City Council meeting. And a roll call, please.
Nelson,
Here.
Ginn,
Here.
Ebblethwaite,
Here.
Grayson,
Here.
Curtis,
Here.
Mosley.
Here. Item 7A, discussion, consideration, and possible action enter into executive session to discuss confidential communications between the city and city's attorneys concerning a pending investigation, claim, or action which the city, with the advice of the city's attorneys, has determined that disclosures will seriously impair the ability of the city to process the claim or conduct the pending investigation, litigation, or proceeding in public interest in compliance with its duty of confidentiality under the provisions of Oklahoma Statute 25, Section 307B4, pending investigation into the Chickasha Economic Development Council in conjunction with the use of taxpayer funds, including funds dispersed pursuant to grants. And 7B, discussion, consideration, and possible action to reconvene open session and take appropriate action to any matter discussed in executive session.
I move that we enter into executive session.
Second.
Roll call?
Nelson,
Yes.
Ginn,
Yes.
Ebblethwaite,
Yes.
Grayson,
Yes.
Curtis,
Yes.
Mosley.
Yes, we're in executive session. ready? You ready, Susan?
Yes, sir.
I'd like to reconvene the Chickasha City Council meeting. May I roll call, please?
Nelson.
Here.
Ginn.
Here.
Ebblethwaite. Here. Grayson.
Here.
Gertis.
Here.
Mosley.
Here, there'll be no action taken. I need item 8, motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Adjourn.